This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson. We're selling this truck. It is a 1999 Ford F-250 Crew Cab, Lariat, 7.3 liter turbo diesel, four-wheel drive. It has 240,000 miles. It's a theft recovery purchased directly from an insurance company. It is on a salvage title due to theft, not collision, which is fairly obvious. But please watch the little 3-minute video we have in our ad. It explains how and why we end up with a salvage title on a vehicle that's not wrecked or flooded or fire damage or anything. It's a liability issue for the insurance companies. Selling us the vehicle on a clean title implies that they are saying it's a good car and they don't know. So their way of not getting sued for $1 million on a vehicle they don't really know. All they know is they paid out a fortune on it. So they don't want to lose $1 million, so they just throw it into the bus. That's why. But please watch that video, it'll explain it better. Anyway, driver tire looks to be probably 20-25% tread maybe. This vehicle is 14 years old, so obviously there's going to be issues. It is the famous 7.3 turbo diesel. A little owie there. See, it's a little tiny dent, a little touch up in it, a couple scrapes. Obviously, I'm not going to go into huge detail about the cosmetics. It's actually not a bad looking truck. We have a lot of trucks that are not probably, we have 05, 06s that aren't as straight as this one, but it is a 13-year-old truck, so hopefully the pictures and the video in my description tell you what you need to know. There's a few little dings right here. This side of the truck is really straight. Holy cow. That's all factory paint too. There's no paint work in there either. Boy, this side of the truck, I mean, it's got some damage to the pinstripe. That's just tape. You could actually buy that. There's a couple little scrapes right there. But overall, it's pretty good. It's kind of amazing. There's your passenger rear tire. They're all pretty consistently about 20, 25, maybe 30% tread. I see something right here. A little scrape right here. They probably had a camper shell rubbing up against it. So I see the same thing on the other side, in the same spot. Little rub mark here. This is a tow vehicle, but it's got a gigantic rear bumper on it, so it's pretty hard to dent that bad boy. The tailgate actually doesn't have any major dents in it. It's got scratches and whatnot here and there, but there's a fifth wheel hitch. I see you've got a plug here with something plugged into it with an adapter. We'll leave that for you because you may need, I don't know which one you'd need, but maybe you'll need them both. But it actually looks like an adapter that there have been times when I'm out towing where I wish I had something like that. I'll probably wish I had that in my box here and not sold it with the truck, but I will. Anyway, this side of the bed has some little dents like right over the wheel well in the back here. Give it a good angle so you can see them for yourself. There you go. Scratch here, and there's the other ones matching from this side on the other side. I would say it's pretty obvious that was a camper shell rubbing up against it. Other than that, it seems pretty straight. There's a little spot that's been touched up in the door there. Open the hood, take a gander in here, see what we see. Well, that's good. We see a Ford stamp on the passenger fender, which means it's a factory fender. There's the Ford stamp on the core support, means it's a factory core support. On that side, these stickers are all where they belong, and there's the Ford stamp up here, and the Ford stamp on the driver fender. And we installed, this is a replacement battery, this is a new battery. They stole the little plenum, that's that little cover that goes into those two bolts there. It says 7.3 power stroke on it. They tend to steal those. Anyway, it looks perfect except for the plastic cover. But that's decoration, and I'm not worried about that. I don't think this car is all about decoration anyway. Let's take a peek at the roof. I'm not sure what this is for. Actually, I do. At some point they had XM, and it's still got the radio in it, so this might be functional still. So we will leave it alone. Looks like this is camper shell. This is where the camper overhangs, because look, you got the same thing on the other side, directly across. So the camper shell kind of leaned and rubbed up against the roof there. Other than that, it looks fine. There you go. Alright, let's go inside. Missing, well, someone stole that. That's an ashtray, believe it or not. Back in the day, they had ashtrays in the doors. That's the leather. Could use some leather conditioner, but in general, for the age and year, it's in decent shape. Pretty average wear for the year. Headliner looks good. Let's see, door panel. Nick here. There's your VIN right there where it belongs. That's nice. I know that on the front passenger seat, this is missing, this knob, and that is the lumbar support. You can adjust your, see it moving there? Yeah, that's your lumbar support. So this little knob is missing on the other side. Probably be able to pick it if you need it. You might be able to pick it up on eBay or elsewhere, or make one. It's not that big a deal. I know that both of these seats had big tears in them, so we did some inserts. Basically, I think that both of these seats are pretty much brand new. I mean, recovered. Armrests and everything. They were pretty much of a mess. Let's see what we got. Up and back. That works. That works down. That works up. Seat down. Seat up. There you go. That works okay. Center console. There's that seat. Like I said, that was pretty much rebuilt. Okay. Let me get a seatbelt on. Here's what my guys tell me. My guys tell me that all four actuators in the power door locks need to be replaced. That's about $500 worth of parts. So we're selling this truck with manual locks. Also, what else did they tell me? They told me that it's got an ABS light on, but that the ABS works fine. It's some funky code that they've never seen before. That's that right there. We're selling it like this because we're not going to chase ABS that has no symptoms. It's just a stupid light. We don't get it, so we're not doing it. If it was on a $20,000 truck, we would, but no, this truck needs to stay cheap, so someone who wants a 7.3 can afford it. Anyway, it's got cruise, we got tilt, that works. We got overdrive off and on, that works. We've got 240,991 miles. The air is blowing nice and cold and strong. That's all the way up. That's great air. Very unusual for the blower fan to run that good. It's probably been replaced recently. Not by us, but it looks like it. The sound feels like it at least. Alright, let's put it into neutral and try 4 low. There's 4 low. Put it into drive. Yes, that's granny gear. That's very much 4 low and reverse. Yes. Alright, let's put it in neutral. Too high. Now we're in too high. Put it in drive. Yeah, you can drive the speed in that 4-wheel high. Put it in reverse. Boom. Alright, good. Alright, let me put it into neutral. Put it back into two-wheel drive. We're good to go. You know what? Let's run through windows first. Let's make sure windows work. That works. Let's go to the other side. Okay, all the windows work. Let's see about the mirrors. There's a mirror. That's why we check these things. It goes out, but does not come in. See? None of this stuff we're fixing. I'm just keep giving you information so you know. See, these things are famous for that. See that? They're stuck. Just make them into manual mirrors. It's not even worth buying them. They're 130 bucks a piece, and they break in about 6 months. It's amazing. Even when you buy them from Ford, they're $400. It's ridiculous. So we're not going there, but now you know. Let's see. Also, the things that never work. That never fails. Those guys, they never work either. These overhead things, you can buy these things and the little digital readouts because the lights burn out on them. They're so bad that they sell them on eBay for $29, like in mass. So if you're gonna buy one, buy like 4, because that's how many you'll go through in about a year. It's insane. That's another thing we don't fix. The whole point of this truck really is just to keep it extremely cheap. Let you do what you want to do with it, instead of, building a truck here. Anyway, this thing's on a salvage title, so if you want to come to Tucson and drive home in it, you're going to have to have us take it to the cops and get what's called a restored salvage title. A restored salvage title allows you to get insurance and get plates. Without it, you can't do either, okay? So, we charge $200 to do that. We take it at 6 in the morning to motor vehicles. We are required to stay with it all day long. If we stay with it all day long, sometimes that's 10 hours. Sometimes we're there only 15 minutes. It depends. It kind of evens out. $50 goes to the state of Arizona, and $150 goes to us. That covers a guy for a whole day if he has to sit there and babysit. So that's $200, $250 dock fee, and then taxes. Taxes are Tucson tax of 2% plus whatever your state tax rate is. If your state tax rate is 5%, you're going to pay a total of 7% tax, $250 dock fee, and $200 to restore the title. If your state tax rate is 0, then all you're going to pay is 2% tax, $250 dock fee, and $200 to restore. If you pay by wire and ship, all you're going to pay is the agreed upon price plus $200 if you want us to restore the title. You're welcome to do it on your own in your state. Just make sure that you call your motor vehicle, or that you know for a fact that with an Arizona salvage title, a bill of sale, and the truck itself, you can get what you need done. It's probably pretty ugly to ship it to Michigan and find out that it needs to go back to Arizona to get inspected. So just make sure that you can do it with what we're giving you, okay? Let's see, what else? Did run a truck. I'm going to try to get up here and do a stop and run here so you can see it shift and everything. I've got about a minute to go before I have to end this thing. YouTube only allows 15 minutes, and I'm almost there. Anyway, it's an old truck, so it's got some, rattles and some whatevers, but it runs great. Too fast here and rear end somebody. Anyhow, it's just an old truck, if you're good with the cosmetics and some clunks and some, mirrors that are manual and some door locks that are manual, just want an old truck, you'll be happy. Thank you very much.